Hey guys, this is Cody, and you are watching the channel Cody Tarot. Today's pick a card, I wanted to just bring in some messages from your soulmate. So whether you are with your soulmate currently, or you have yet to meet your soulmate, this could also be messages from a twin flame. This is basically just the person that you're meant to find in this lifetime, who's meant to be with you for the majority of this lifetime as a life partner. So to keep it simple like that. So we have 4 crystals before us, and here they are. So this is candle quartz for group 1. Group 2 is Azurite. Group 3 is clear quartz. It's a really clear piece of clear quartz. And group 4 is, I think this is Lepidolite. Lepidolite? I don't know how to pronounce it. Kind of like a purplish mica type of stone. All right, so take all the time you need to pick your crystal. If you need to pause the video here, please do so. All right, now I'm going to get started with group number 1, the candle quartz. Okay, group 1, this is if you pick the candle quartz. Set that right there. So we will start with a couple oracle cards. New deck. I've actually been buying a lot of new decks lately. But this Moonology deck is pretty cool. So we're giving it a test run, this reading, to see if we like what we get out of it. Make sure these cards are in the camera. Okay, that's pretty good. And then we're going to get you a Whispers of Love oracle as well. All right, let's start with these. Okay, so the first thing that your message from your soulmate that's coming through is, I see that they want you to be patient. Have faith, trust your faith in the situation, and holding your vision is all about waiting for the right person to come along. I see that they might not be here right now in your life because they're a little shy. Right here we see that with be bold and make the first move. They just want you to know that stay true to your dream of them. Stay true to your dream of who you want in your life, your vision of what you want in a partner in this lifetime. What are you looking for? And stay true to those ideals. Have faith that those ideals are going to come to you. They're going to come through. This person is going to come into your life. But when they do come into your life, it's very important that you're going to have to make the first move. And we see that it's going to be very clear you're going to know who they are because you have this vision in your mind of who this person is and what they are all about. Have faith just means you're going to need some patience. You know, faith is important when it's time to be patient because it keeps you holding on till when you meet them. Yeah, so let's draw some tarot cards for you guys. Okay, so I'm seeing a few things here. First, we have the world reversed, which means that it's not quite the completion of, see this couple and they're looking at this eye and this sphere. It's not quite the completion of this time to meet this soulmate, but it's very close. You're very close to meeting them. And we see here with the Seven of Pentacles, they have basically been focusing on their long-term goals. And they're more their financial goals. I think that they want to be the type of person that can provide for you. And we see that here is that they, with this Nine of Cups card, this woman has a baby, and we see here that they expect to probably have a family, or at least, even if it's not a baby or something, like pets of some kind or some kind of family unit. The Nine of Cups also is about wishes fulfilled. So really this person is going to be your dream come true, you know, if you just hold on to that vision, you know, of them. What we see in this card. Also, Two of Cups or Two of Pentacles right here just shows that they are like the yin to your yang. And that's kind of when you're going to be bold and make the first move, that's going to how you're going to notice them, is that they're going to seem like your opposite, but just like the yin and yang symbol, you will see a little part of them, a little part of yourself in them, like deep in them. You know how the yin and yang symbol has the different colored dots from the opposing piece in the other one? That's going to be how it's going to be like when you meet them. Yeah, they're just working on their financial goals right now. They're trying to get some money together so they can provide and support in this situation, just in case a family does come up. Whether you want a family or not, they're definitely trying to think ahead, and they want to be in a good position to raise a child if they need to. Yeah, so that was your reading. The message was pretty simple. I'm working on myself. I'm getting the resources and the materials needed to provide for you and for a future family. Have faith. I am coming into your life. But just be warned, I'm a little shy, so you might have to make the first move. But don't worry, your vision of me, that's how you'll know. You'll know who I am. And I'm coming. It's close. Completion is close. All right, so I was really happy to read for you guys today. If you like the video, like below or comment is always nice. And if you want to see more pick-a-cards like this, subscribe to my channel. I post pretty frequently, so there's always something new popping out. So moving on to group number 2. Okay, group 2, this is if you picked the Azurite as your stone. So I'm using a new deck today, the Moonology deck. I'm actually friends with another tarot reader, YouTuber, and he got this deck. And I've been eyeing this deck for a while, and he got it. And I actually got a deck that he wanted recently, so I just thought maybe we, in a weird way, got the other one's deck that they wanted. So I thought maybe just get this deck for myself. Let's pull you a Whispers of Love Oracle card. Feeling pulling from the bottom. Probably from the depths of the deck, because this person probably has a very deep soul, I see. Okay, let's start with these oracle cards. Okay. Okay, so first, your partner, one thing they want to tell you is you don't have to be so tough all the time. You don't have to be the strong one. You don't have to be the tough one. You don't have to be the one that endures all the hardships. You don't have to be the one that's, you know, everyone's protector or guardian angel. That's great that you are, but they're saying you don't have to be like that. You know, you don't have to, you can let down your defenses. You can take away the armor and let love into your life. We see that with bring love into the situation, new moon in Aquarius. They want you to be a little more free flowing, a little more spontaneous, just for your peace of mind. They kind of see you suffering in kind of this armored state that you're in, this kind of stiff energy, you know, trying to be strong, trying to be the tough one all the time. They're saying you can bring love into your life. You can let love soften you up. And also don't let your pride get in the way. They're also letting you know that with this state of being strong comes this pride that you have to take care of everyone. And they're saying, don't worry about that. I'm coming, and when I come, that's not going to be an issue anymore. You know, it's been a struggle for you, and you've been really trying to take care of everyone. But you no longer have to do that anymore when I come. You know, I see your partner is very deep. I'm getting a very deep person coming through. Also, we have focus on love. Look for love. Look for the good in everyone. So this is just about, maybe you have a more pessimistic way of viewing things, or I guess you would call it realistic. But focus on love, just, and see the good in everyone. Just shows that like look at this lady right here, and she's looking at this dragon, right? So you might be suspicious of people sometimes. You might doubt people's sincerity and the goodness within them. But what we're seeing here is look for the good in everyone, is there is good in everyone. And your partner, I think, already sees that. And that's the message they're trying to tell you, is that I see this. I see that there's good in everyone. You know, he sees all the little nooks and crannies into everyone's soul because, or he or she sees into all the nooks and crannies of that person's soul because, you know, they're a very deep individual. They can see within themselves and their own soul. So naturally, they'll be able to see into the souls of those around them. Okay, let's pull some tarot cards for you for this situation. Make sure those are all on the camera. Okay. Okay, so they're really trying to reassure you here because it seems like you take on a lot of burdens. And I picked that up earlier in the reading. I kind of intuitively guessed that. We see that here with the Ten of Wands, in that there are so many burdens that you're taking on from yourself, other people's. You're trying to be everyone's savior, be the strong one, be the tough one. And they're saying that it's good that you're like that. They admire that about you, but you don't always have to be the strong one all the time. You really don't. This right here, this Ten of Cups in reverse, is kind of a funny card because it shows a family and rainbows and happiness and butterflies and like all the good stuff that comes with like a happy home and a marriage. But what they're trying to tell you is you don't have to fear that either. They're basically saying that, you know, if you're ever worried about commitment, or, you know, if you're freaked out by, it's not going to feel like how you think it's going to feel. You know, they're just trying to tell you that don't worry, the home life that you kind of really don't want to have, that you think you're going to have, you're not gonna have that type of life. All your fears about what a married life is or what a married life could be, those are not gonna be existent with this person. You're gonna have your own unique individual relationship, and yeah, it's gonna be a happy one. This is just them telling you that this whole idea that all marriages are broken or all marriages can fail is false, and they're going to be there for you to show you that that's not the case. We see here with the Page of Cups in reverse that you may have had a bad run of like bad luck or bad news lately, or kind of unpleasant surprises. What they're telling you is that when you open up to love, like this card says right here, focus on love, look for the good in everyone, that those unpleasant surprises are really going to turn into pleasant surprises and turn into things that are coming in your favor, good, positive messages from the universe. You know, more so armored and closed off, it's hard to receive those messages. And they're basically just telling you to bring love into the situation. That's really what's going to help you, you know, even manifest them or bring them in faster. And don't let your pride get in the way. That's really important, because that can also hold you back from receiving the blessings of the universe and what the universe is trying to give you and offer you. And lastly, we see here with the Nine of Pentacles that you're going to be able to rest on them. Like this guy who has his hand outstretched, right? He's so much bigger than this bird, right? And you are kind of like this bird. So you don't realize it, but your soulmate, they're trying to tell you that they have so much strength to hold you up, even though you try to hold everyone else up all the time. You know, they're basically saying like, I can hold you, or I can let you rest on me, you know. And they're also letting you know that you can have the freedom to fly. You can kind of have the freedom to fly wherever you need to. But they'll always be there. They'll always be that rock that you can return to. Yeah, I think that about covers it, actually. Yeah, just remember, don't let your pride get in the way. Let love into the situation. As soon as you start being more vulnerable, and kind of getting rid of these ideas of what love means to you, or that love is kind of like this destructive, negative thing, and letting like true love and light into the situation, those things in the universe that have been plaguing you or bothering you are going to change. You just need to drop some of your burdens, some of your, not responsibilities, but you have to drop kind of taking on everyone's problems, you know, being the strong one, being the caregiver, being the protector. Yeah, they're coming, and they're going to have so much support for you. You are going to feel a huge weight lifted off your shoulders when they arrive into your life. So yeah, that was if you picked the Azurite. I really enjoyed reading for you guys. Yeah, if you like the video, like below, hit the like button, comment if you want to say something about the reading, and subscribe if you want to see more pick-a-cards like these. I post pretty frequently, and I'm always thinking up something new to do a reading for. So, all right, thank you for letting me read for you. I will see you guys later. On to group number 3. All right, group 3, if you picked the clear quartz, this is going to be your reading. So as I was telling the other groups, I just got this Moonology deck. So far, for the first 2 readings, it's worked pretty well. I did a little test run on some readings for myself, and just wanted to bring it out immediately into a video and see how it goes. From the top of the deck. Oh yeah, I'm pulling you a Whispers of Love Oracle card right now too. Pull from the bottom of the deck. This person might have some highs and lows in their personality. Might be a little emotional. Okay, let's see. Wow. Yeah, they're a little emotional, right? They're a very passionate person. Wow. Slow down, pause, and allow things to unfold. Okay, let's see. Okay, so they're just letting you know, it seems like you kind of have a lot going on in your life. Like you might have a pretty busy or active life. Maybe you're not naturally like that, but you feel like you have to be, kind of like always having to do something or be somewhere, or, you know, constantly on the go. Um, and it's kind of, what they're trying to tell you is it's kind of disconnecting you from your guides and the divine and everything, all of that stuff. Surrender to the divine. The full moon is like, and you have 2 full moons, right? So the energy is really high. The potency of this connection is really high. You guys are going to have a really passionate, not tumultuous, that's the wrong word, passionate and lively and rich relationship with a lot of like potency in it. A fiery climax approaches is kind of like their little joking way of saying that, like, I'm coming and I'm the fiery climax. So I thought that was pretty funny when that card popped up, because it's slow down and surrender to the divine is more of their message to you. This is just letting them, you know, that they're on their way, and they're ready for things to get fiery. Anyway, so slow down and please allow things to unfold is just about like you slowing down, right? Trust me, they've got enough passion for the both of you. You're not going to have to feel like you have to be overly extroverted or overly involved in your life or overly like active when you really don't need to be. Like, they're definitely going to take over a lot of that activity for you. Kind of like take that weight off your shoulders. And surrender to the divine, they really want you to like get in touch with the magical side of life. First, it's about slowing down and surrendering to the divine. Get in touch with the magical side of life. Get in touch with your guides. Get in touch with spirit. Get in touch with all the things in that nature. Basically the unknown, everything that's the unknown. And I mean, if you're watching a tarot video, you're probably already into the unknown like a little bit. So this is just saying that they really want you to surrender to it, you know, surrender to what's going to happen, you know. And weirdly enough, sometimes you think that if people have a fast-paced life, that like a lot of things could happen to them because they're involved in more activity. So a lot more divine things could happen to them, but not for you. So for you, slowing down and really like taking your time with things is really going to help you see things clearly. I see this as very much a perspective shift. They're wanting you to get these shifts in perspective. And it's kind of interesting because they're the ones that are going to enjoy those perspective shifts when you guys finally get together. It's going to give you something to talk about, you know, that the spiritual journey that you're going to go through, that they're telling you that, you know, they're happy for you to go through, is going to give you guys something to talk about. I can see that they're kind of a spiritual person too, but very passionate, very passionate. I'm getting a lot of like heated in a good way energy from them with a fiery climax approaches. Wow. They're definitely looking for a good time. Okay, so let's see. Let's pull some tarot cards. I feel like shuffling once. Okay, this is a beautiful message. So, first, what they're saying right here is that this type of person is gonna like take, not control. We see right here that this person does not want to control you at all. They're not in the mindset to kind of take over your life and tell you what to do and tell you what to say. They're going to give you a lot of freedom, a lot of freedom. But basically they're saying if anyone tries to mess with you, they're going to jack their weapon, their sword, and break it in half. if anyone tries to mess with you, they're like going to be they're going to like dispel it like that. No one's getting through. Basically, they're sending major messages of protection, but also with total and complete freedom for you. So you don't have to worry about, getting into some kind of controlling relationship. They're a nice blend of assertive and also lenient. They know when to be assertive and when to be lenient, and they can alternate between those things without causing any issues, right? They won't ever be trying to control you, but they'll also come to your defense when need be. They're gonna be loyal. They're gonna stand by you. We see here with the Knight of Cups right here that they're kind of like, you're gonna be like their princess. But we also see here is like a lot of romance. So the typical Knight of Cups is like all about romantic connections and romantic ties. And we see that they're going to want to really like sweep you off your feet. Because there's a dragon here, I always associate dragons in tarot readings when anytime a dragon pops up with travel. There might be a lot of adventures you guys go on, a lot of activities that are going to happen. And they're just trying to tell you that they have big plans for your relationship, big plans, right? And surrender to the divine with the Ace of Pentacles right here. I just kind of see this as like, this is a little side message that they want to say. This is not really the main point, but they definitely want to say the more you surrender to the divine and the more you slow down and surrender to like the beauty in the world and all the things mystical and unknown, it's really going to, strangely enough, open up financial opportunities for you. It's going to open up financial offers and material wealth and material gain, and it'll actually make you appreciate those material possessions just that much more. Yeah, so overall, they're coming with a fire. They're coming with a fire, and they're ready to ignite that match. And, it's going to be a passionate relationship. They just want to let you know that that passion's going to be there. You don't have to worry about being with someone boring or, not exciting. They're definitely going to be passionate, fiery. They're going to stand up for you. They're going to take those other people's weapons. If someone else has a sword and they're like, metaphorically like about to stab you with it, they're going to grab that sword and just snap it in half. And whoever's trying to stab you with the sword is just going to be shocked and in awe, like, what the heck? They just snapped a sword in half. So that's kind of their attitude and how quick they are with it. They're very quick-witted. And they're never going to try to control you. They're never going to try to like lead you anywhere or like make you do anything. And yeah, they want to treat you like a princess. They want that kind of royal relationship, and you might travel or get romantic and stuff. The main message, though, for right now, what they want you to focus on is to slow down. Don't feel you have to live such a fast-paced, active lifestyle, and just be open to the unknown, They're on their way. I didn't get a clue as to like when they're coming. I'm sorry about that. That didn't come through in the message, but they just want to let you know that this is what you get to look forward to in a relationship with them. And they're definitely really excited to, meet you. I mean, a fiery climax approaches is very like a potent, passionate energy. And you have 2 full moon cards. So that just, it just really shows me that there's going to be such a richness in this relationship. There's going to be a lot of like potent feelings, really big, deep love, really romantic, really, I don't know if romantic's the right word, but really committed, really exciting, really fruitful relationship. All right, so that was if you picked the clear quartz. If you like the reading, please like below. If you want to say anything about the reading or open yourself up in the comment section, you can comment down below. Also, if you want to see more of these readings, more of these pick a cards, I post pretty frequently. I'm always trying to think of new things to do, so you can subscribe to my channel and you'll be able to see more videos. I really enjoyed reading for you today, and we're going to just move on to group number 4. Hello, group 4. This is if you picked the Lepidolite. It's like a purple mica stone, probably really good with the crown chakra. Let's see what is going on with your person, your future soulmate. What do they want to tell you? What is their message to you? I just got this new deck. It's the Moonology deck. So far, so good. It's worked out pretty well in the last 3 readings, so the last 3 groups. Yeah, I'll take this one. And we will pull from over here. Now, because the card didn't like fit into the deck, I always take these signs to mean something. So this might be the type of person, your soulmate might be the type of person that doesn't really fit in easily, but we'll find out. We'll get more cards to figure that out. All right, let's see what they want to tell you. Oh, okay. Oh, interesting. The last group got this card too. Okay, the message I'm getting from your soulmate, the main message that's coming through, we're going to get to this in a little bit, but the main message over here, which is coming through is, well, what this says is you are good enough. And what that's basically trying to say is that, hold on, I lost my train of thought. Hold on. Okay, basically what they're trying to say is that they want to reassure you that you are good enough. I feel like you might be the type of person that likes to please, people please, and might not feel like you might not be good enough to have a life partner or a romantic interest. And you seem to be also living kind of like a fast-paced lifestyle. So slow down, pause, and allow things to unfold. I'm really seeing them trying to tell you to take it easy, at least with like with the people-pleasing thing, you know? You are good enough is very much all about just slow down, you know, take a breath is what they're trying to tell me. And, you know, just feel yourself, feel your own worth. You're very close to achieving your goal. There is something that you are working on right now, and it is about to be completed. And what they're trying to tell me is that you don't know it's about to be completed. You're just kind of moving along, and you don't think it's gonna, like, the goal's gonna be achieved right away, but like you're so very close to achieving it. That's the interesting part. Yeah, and they're just a little message for right now that they're just trying to tell you that it's close, it's right around the corner. It's gonna be sooner than you think it is. So that might also be what slow down represents here too, is like slow down and enjoy the rest of the ride. You know, the goal is about to hit. You know, that goal that you wanted to achieve is about to come into fruition. So slowing down and enjoying those last remaining moments before this goal comes to fruition might be important. Pause and allow things to unfold could also mean that the very tip of this achievement, the very tip of this achievement goal requires a pause in action. So they're definitely, it's interesting because what I got from them at first is that they don't fit in, but it's interesting. They're very they have a very strong self-esteem. So even though they don't fit in, they're very okay with not fitting in. They're very okay with their individuality. They're very okay with being the odd man out. They don't have self-esteem issues at all, you know, but they're trying to tell you that like they're gonna, when they come and they meet you, they're gonna pass on that to you, you know, that self-worth, they're gonna push that and show you what that's all about, you know, and just for right now, before they can do that, they want to let you know you are good enough. You know, you don't have to always try to fit in all the time. You don't have to try to like be a part of the group or the crowd or achieve what everyone else is attempting to achieve. You know, they're basically just trying to tell you that when they come, you know, they're going to be proud of you and they think you're amazing. You know, your soulmate, your life partner thinks you're brilliant, you know, and they just want you to see that, you know, Probably because it's going to make the work that they have to do with you a little less intense. You know, if you're already seeing yourself as good enough, they can just get to the fun parts in the relationship, you know, when they arrive. All right, so let's pull some tarot cards. I'm feeling like turning the deck around. I'm pulling from the top. Okay. This is interesting. We had something similar with the one of the other groups. I think it was group 2, with the 10 in reverse. So first of all, they want to let you know that everything is going to be like puppies and rainbows when they come into your life. You know, the Sun card upright is just that optimism, that happiness, that joy. You know, the Sun card upright is the ultimate antidepressant. You know, it's the ultimate serotonin release. It's feeling so good and so great in your life, nothing can touch you. You know, you're just beaming with light and love. So they're telling you that's coming. That's totally on its way, and you guys are going to be bathing in the sunlight together, tanning in the wheat fields. Yeah, see the wheat fields in this card? If I can get this card up. Yeah, the wheat fields, you know, this guy feeling it, you know, just walking through the sun. That's definitely going to be you too. We have some interesting things. So you're very close to achieving your goal. What they want to tell you with this goal that you're achieving is it might help to separate from the group to finish the final touches. And it's interesting with the you are good enough and the whole trying to fit in with people thing. What they're trying to tell you is that you might need to break off into your own individuality to finish completing the goal. So 3 of Cups is about groups working together to achieve something. So this is just basically saying that like it might be time to kind of isolate yourself a little bit to add those finishing touches to the project or whatever you're working on, or whatever kind of goal that you are focused on currently that is going to, well, you don't think it's going to be like achieved quick, but that's coming in fast. Yeah, so just separating from the group's going to help achieve that. Yeah, with this 10 of Pentacles reversed, this has to do with like marriage and money. Basically, what they're trying to say is to not worry about, in one way, they're trying to say not to worry about money, but at the same way, they're trying to say that you don't have to be, how do I put this? You don't have to like share your finances. I know it's like a very specific message coming through, but they're basically saying that you don't have to worry about, like, just in general, you don't have to worry about like the negative thing of worrying about like when you share your money with your family or with your significant other, worrying about someone like taking your money or, I don't know why they want me to tell you this, but that's what's coming through is that you guys can both be financially independent from each other and still kind of like live each on your own, you know? We see here with the Queen of Cups reversed that just saying that like with the you are good enough, since it's right below this, is that, you know, if you really want to connect to your intuition, their little tip for you, if you want to connect to your intuition, is to focus on your feelings of self-worth. It's going to help you become kind of like an intuitive powerhouse. Yeah, and it's going to set you up. I think that there's some things with them where they're very independent and even they don't fit in quite easily with people. And they're just trying to show you that you can be independent too, that you will be independent too. You will not feel like you have to please everyone, or you won't feel the social pressures of having to perform at a certain level to, you know, maintain status quo. You know, you have like wonderful qualities all in and of yourself, you know. I I think that might be where part of the fear comes from with this card that shows a marriage in reverse, is that there's like a fear that, there's this fear that, you know, if you are tied in with someone and you're getting married with someone, there's a fear that you will kind of have to perform on the same level as your spouse, you know, or that you have to kind of like, there's a lot of pressure with marriage for you, I see, because it's all about, you know, you have to find the right partner and you have to make sure this partner is like what people approve of and appreciate. And they're basically trying to tell you that like, you don't have to worry about any of that, that they're going to love you for you no matter what. And they are going to help you and make you and build you up, right? And just to not worry about the finances in a marriage. That's going to be taken care of, you know? These financial difficulties that you're kind of worried about that like come with being married, they're going to be solved. They're going to be taken care of. So I hope you enjoyed that reading. Yeah, if you did, like the video below. If you want to like start a discussion in the comment section, you feel free to comment below as well. And if you really like this reading and you want to see more readings like this, I post readings like this pretty often. You can subscribe to my channel. And yeah, that's it. That's it for all the readings today. And I will see you guys in the next pick a card. Bye.